Good afternoon, everybody. Well, this one is going to be a roller coaster today. We definitely have some interesting weather headed our way. And so first thing I'm going to do is run you guys through what the scenario is for today for the region. We are talking temperatures well into the double digits for some of us. And then overnight could drop down to even by morning -8, -5 to -10, depending where you are. So obviously we're going to have a drastic transition in terms of weather today. I did not have severe thunderstorm watch on my plate for today. We definitely thought storms could, have lightning and thunder and have some potential, but Environment Canada throwing that out earlier today was a bit unexpected, but we're here to monitor that with you folks, walk you through it. For some of us, it's obviously we're excited about it. Other people with storm anxiety, obviously not the same case. So we cover both. We want to make sure everybody's, feeling comfortable with the situation, and we'll update everyone. So I think the first thing I'm going to do, also, today's stream actually is sponsored by Auto Dentist. We'll be talking about that shortly. Thank you for sponsoring today's stream and bringing it to you guys. And that is Canadian Hail Repair and Auto Dentist together, their sister companies. So Doug and Tim and crew over there will get you guys taken care of if you guys have any issues with hail, dents and door dents and stuff like that in the vehicles. So again, we'll talk about that shortly, but they're on board again for this summer. So we're happy to be partnered up and sponsored by them. So let me jump right into the radar. I'm going to quickly do that, and we're going to look at the warnings that we have in place, the watches. There are warnings all over, but the ones that we are specifically talking about are these watches that we have here. So we did post about this on our Facebook page. So let me just quickly jump into that. So we do have a yellow warning. Impact is moderate for a thunderstorm watch. This was put out about 4 hours ago, and Environment Canada saying conditions are favorable for the development of severe thunderstorms that may be capable of producing strong wind gusts, large hail, and heavy rain this afternoon as a sharp cold front blasts through the region. So that's basically what the scenario is for kind of Ottawa and south of there. There is so that was a severe thunderstorm watch, and then on the Quebec side we just have a regular thunderstorm watch. So again, they're saying same kind of situation, but less intense, dangerous thunderstorms that may be capable of producing damaging wind gusts, large hail, and heavy rain this afternoon and early evening. That is from Environment Canada on the Quebec side. So let me just pan out how different today is going to be. I'm going to bring up some temperatures here just so we can look at that as well while we're all discussing this, and I'll answer questions as I can in a minute there. We'll jump into the chat as well. So you can see where my house is, Kemptville, 19 degrees Celsius. Drastic difference to Ottawa Airport showing 10 degrees Celsius. Connor is down in Mallorytown area, and there's 17 degrees Celsius roughly in that area at this point. But you can see Kingston, 8 degrees all along the lakeshore. Because of that large body of water, we're seeing a little bit of a cooling effect happening as well. So Picton does have a wind warning. They have a yellow wind warning for later tonight. Basically as a crashing cold front comes through on the back end of all this. So we're on a roller coaster today. So what's happening is we're climbing right now. We're going up that hill. The temperatures are going up, and then overnight we're going to crash back down to reality. So for example, myself, 19 degrees Celsius, if we hit close to -10 by morning, that's a 30-degree swing in less than 24 hours. So quite the roller coaster today, but we're going to see whether that takes place or not. So, but if you are down in the Picton area, anywhere along the lakeshore, there's going to be some strong wind gusts. Here they're showing 90 kilometers an hour up to that. So I'm going to highlight this for folks. And this is kind of after midnight, just so we understand that's kind of the timing for these winds. So if you are, and let me just move this down to the bottom here. If you are anywhere along here in this area, and then up into the St. Lawrence, even into Montreal. I just don't have it on the screen, unfortunately. This area looks to have strong wind gusts up to 70, 80 kilometers an hour, models are showing. So something to keep in mind, that after these storms do move through, the back end is going to have wind, and as that temperature drops, we are going to also see quite a bit of that freezing effect happening middle of the night to early morning, and possibly some snow. So we are expecting, and I'm just going to move this, so bear with me folks here, I'm just going to move this up, and we'll look at the area that we're kind of expecting some snow. So I'm just going to show it here, kind of up in this area here, we're kind of, this is obviously a generalization, please understand that, but this area, maybe 5 to 10 centimeters of snow. The region around Ottawa, Western Quebec, this whole pocket in here, less than 5 centimeters is expected, and some of the areas will get absolutely nothing at all. The further east you go, the less likely you're seeing any kind of snow at all, but that's what the models are showing. So our bigger snow to the west of Ottawa in this pocket here, and less snow here on the back end of this right now. That is for later tonight. Obviously right now we are dealing with storms, and the storms coming through the region, Connor and I have been monitoring this for the last few hours, and we are monitoring the line that has formed here. And this is kind of what we think is going to initiate some of these storms. Now, the potential is there. The models are showing the potential is there. The data is there. The temperature's there. That doesn't mean anything's going to necessarily happen with these storms. It's one of those times of year where anything can happen as far as obviously the weather is concerned, because we are talking drastic extremes from today's high temperature to tomorrow's low temperature in the morning. So there's a lot on the table. There's a lot of variation on the table. And so it's going to be a busy day just trying to keep up with what's happening. So we are monitoring this as we go through, but that's a rundown of what we're expecting in terms of storms. Right now on the U.S. side, just south of the border, we can see these storms have a little more potential in them in terms of the precipitation. Anybody who's new to the channel, also just wanted to tell you guys what we're looking at. This is reflectivity. So what this shows on the radar is essentially how intense the precipitation is. It doesn't tell you what's falling. For wintertime, obviously that's a big component of it, but when we get into these warmer temps, obviously the only thing we're looking at here during the warmer temps is rain versus ice pellets later tonight, or even hail in some of these storms that we're talking about. So this is reflectivity. Again, that's the intensity. When you get to orange, that's kind of middle of the range. And if I switch it out for precipitation type, it should all basically be yellow and green, which is our rain component, obviously, with these temperatures. So this is what we're looking at right now. This is how it's unfolding. Whether anything really happens out of it or not, I'm still not 100% sure. Models are saying that the potential is there. So that's basically what the rundown is right now on these storms as they come through. Again, the further north you go, the less likelihood of any kind of severe potential. Connor and I, and obviously temperature-wise, we're talking for these more severe storm potential will be along the Seaway. So again, you can see Kemptville around 19 degrees Celsius, but we're tucking it into kind of this area right here. You can see it's 19 degrees Celsius all the way to there. So this is kind of the corridor that we are watching, and that's why Connor is kind of sitting down. Mallorytown right in here. That's probably a little bit off, but anyways, that's roughly where Connor is sitting, and we're going to watch as this goes through. So yeah, like I said, quick rundown as to everything that we're kind of eyeballing here. And it's bizarre up north here. My brother lives north of North Bay. If anybody who's been watching up here near Temagami, Martin River, they got about a foot of snow last night, and they've got freezing rain all day. Highways are closed up that way. So very drastic contrast as far as what can be expected. So I see a rainfall warning here for North Bay, and it's for the next 5 hours, and they're saying 20 to 40 millimeters of rain expected kind of in the North Bay area where you see this green on the screen. So that's an area that is now talking rainfall warning, significant rain, which obviously with frozen ground, it can't absorb it. So flooding is definitely a potential up there. So freezing rain all day, and then now rain on the back end. It's a mix of everything up there. So that's kind of what we're keeping an eye on. I've got Connor's live stream up here. He's rolling right here. I'm not sure where he's exactly at right now. But he's it looked like he had a bit of precip already starting on this. This looks like almost Highway 2 if I had to guess, but I'm only guessing at that point. So we'll talk to Connor there in a bit when he gets situated, and then we'll follow up from there. So I'm going to quickly jump into the chat. We have a lot of alerts coming in, a lot of active weather in Canada. So that's what those beeps are that you're hearing is alerts. But we're obviously monitoring the Western Quebec portion and Eastern Ontario primarily. That's our focus for today. So let me just jump in here to the chat. Everybody saying hi. I appreciate everybody in there. Melissa, thank you for being on here, moderator. I know Veronica will be in later on, I believe. So she may be already in here. I just haven't seen that. But what else have we got going on here? So such a lady love. Yeah, good afternoon. Didn't even know about this storm. Thanks to you, I'm warned. Yes, and that's getting the information out is the key for us. Just providing that information. Right now, there's nothing to worry about. These storms are just getting started. And again, nothing on them is severe or any kind of dangerous potential. The biggest potential for any kind of damages later on is overnight. So from midnight onward, those higher winds, 80-kilometer-hour winds, they can cause some damage. So it's one of those things that, you know, is on the back end of it, plus that sharp temperature drop. Once the sun goes down, things are going to drop drastically here. So just something to keep in mind there. What else have we got on here? Marie Rochon, good to see you in from Hawkesbury. Good afternoon. Nicole asking nothing for Ottawa. So no, there is potential for Ottawa. It's just lower for Ottawa. Again, Ottawa will probably see storms, but I don't think they're going to get to the severe potential based on temperatures right now. But again, we are going to walk everybody through it. We will monitor that with you and show you guys as this progresses. So again, right now, I don't even have, I'm just going to double check that I've got my lightning turned on. So I just not, let me just double check here. Oh, wait, in the wrong spot. New software, bear with me. So lightning is on. Yes, so we're good with lightning. So if there's any lightning strikes in the area, we will definitely let you guys know. And that's the first signs of any kind of storm intensifying or getting its act together. So yeah, that's so for Ottawa, there is potential for storms. It's just a lower end of the scale. And let's be honest, this is March, so we're not expecting anything too crazy with any of these storms. Severe potential, obviously. There's going to, you know, there's wind associated with that and hail. Hail definitely brings up the severe quotient of storms. So if anything looks like it's putting out, you know, hail, we will definitely highlight that and kind of show you where those storms are going to track. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. What else have we got here? Sorry, jumping through. There's a lot of comments flying in. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything here. So Tornado Pro reporting in cloudy in Canada. And yes, most of you will be cloud covered at this point, but definitely, you know, there's definitely the potential for these storms to come through. And I'm just monitoring one of my chats here. Okay, so what else have we got here? Okay, more questions. We're on standby to go salt overnight in Ottawa, and that's coming from Ghislain Racine, kind of hoping it blows by. I think that honestly, just as I mentioned, it's that back end that you might get a light dusting and that drastic temperature drop. So, we're going to get that rain precipitation coming through the area, and then that cooling off. It's definitely going to make things slick. And again, if we hit that -5 to -10, depending where you are, things are going to freeze up. That's the reality of it. So, again, we'll see if these storms do propagate and we do get that precipitation on the front end of it, and then again the back end later on as this low spins through to our north, then it's gonna, again, the back end is very cold, and you're gonna have that crashing cold front coming through. Wendy asking, hey, can you tell me how it is in Haileybury, Ontario? And do you know if the highway from North Bay to Haileybury open yet, and to Field cut off to Sudbury? So I just spoke to my brother a couple of hours ago who lives north of North Bay. I know the highway was still closed. Highway 11 was closed on that portion, but just give me 1 second here. I'm looking for my Ontario 511. 1 second here. I'll be able to answer that. So he is just south of Haileybury, where you're talking about, and I'm verifying the Ontario 511 map, and I'll bring that up on the screen here, and I'll share that with everybody. These are still currently showing as closed. So you can see a ton of highways that are closed. Obviously out of North Bay, Highway 11 all the way up past Cochrane, all the way basically to Hearst, and then there's a section open and then it's reclosed again. So traveling on the roads and highways today is, if you're up heading kind of northern portion of Ontario, from Sault Ste. Marie north, Thessalon north, Sudbury north, and North Bay north, all those highways for the most part are closed. So I would not recommend traveling or planning on traveling that way. They even have the highway south of Sudbury showing as closed all the way down to almost Parry Sound, essentially, just to the north of it. So again, not a day to be traveling in those areas. If you have the choice not to, please don't. You're just going to impede things, and obviously the OPP are monitoring those, so I wouldn't recommend going up that way. So what else is going on here? So hopefully that answers your question. Again, lots of stuff happening up north as far as those terrible, they had snow and then freezing rain, which is a horrible mix. Gayla, good to see you from Colorado as always. Nice to have you on the chat. Bill asking, Tom, before things get wild locally, could you tell me what's going up in the Sudbury region? So I can take a look up there. Again, freezing rain is what I've been hearing quite a bit about. Let me just pull up my local radar up there, and we'll take a look to see. Right now, there's not a whole lot on the radar showing, which is good. I have not done a forecast for Sudbury. I think most of the system has moved out. But again, temperatures dropping as that low moves through, because you can see Sudbury right now -7, but to the west -11 in Sault Ste. Marie. And that's part of that low that's moving through and bringing those colder temperatures. So temperatures are going to drop. And if you did get that freezing rain, it's going to definitely be slick. Road crews are got their hands full trying to get roads back up and running. So again, travel in that area. Bill, I wouldn't recommend unless you really have to, but most of the precip is done for that area. There will be some snow on the back end. I'm just going to click on this snow squall watch and winter storm warning. I'm just going to see if they're still in effect. So this one expires in 6 hours for the Sudbury region. It's saying freezing rain for 6 to 12 millimeters, and then the winds. So that's kind of what we were talking about. Doesn't mention anything about snow, which is good. So unfortunately it is freezing rain, which obviously is not going to make things any better as far as storms are concerned up that way, Bill. So thank you for the question. What else is going on here? Wendy's saying I'm watching and I'm not traveling today, and perfect. Definitely, if you don't have to and you're up in that region, it's not something you need to do. I would probably stay away from doing it. Okay, so Marie Rochon expecting the Hawkesbury Shield to be at work again today for a good thunderstorm. Then we'll see whether that's the case or not, but we'll monitor it with you guys and keep you guys posted. I do notice this little, I call them little beans here, kind of to the north of Highway 7, just west of Perth, a little bit of orange showing up there. So that's just showing that there's some initiation happening and storms might be getting their act together. So we're definitely going to keep an eye on those as they come through eastern Ontario. So watching from Charleston Lake Provincial Park area in eastern Ontario, just north of the Thousand Islands International Bridge. So you're right near where Connor is, Eldon. So thank you for tuning in. Sudbury and Timmins expecting a lot of snow. They were overnight into today. I kind of ran around the Sudbury idea there a short while ago. I'm just going to see if there's anything different up here. Winter storm warning. Again, they're talking freezing rain. So what was predicted to be all snow had from yesterday into today, it did transition overnight into freezing rain rather than snow. So the snow totals are lower. I know my brother, who's just south of Temagami, got about a foot of snow on the ground, and then he says the highway, you could literally skate on it from one end to the other, and it is closed. So it's more of a freezing rain issue up that way. I'll take a look at Timmins just to see if they've got anything different. So major winter storm continues. Snowfall accumulations 30 to 50 centimeters. That expires in 12 hours. And then you've got those northeasterly wind gusts of 70 to 80 kilometers an hour. So that will provide whiteout conditions. Again, don't suggest that you travel. So kind of north of Temiskaming Shores in this zone here with Timmins, that's where you're going to have that snow still continuing as the low moves through. So drastic difference in terms of what we're experiencing down here. What else is going here? Watching from Spencerville, Victoria, thank you for tuning in. South of me, I'm in Kempville, so fellow neighbor there. Police scans, they say they're thinking of opening the highway from North Bay to Cochrane, but haven't yet. So yeah, again, my brother being right there, he did say it was treacherous a couple of hours ago. So he did say it was mild. So hopefully the salt will chew into that and get it open and get travel going. But currently it is still closed as of the map. And if something changes, I'll try and keep you guys up to date. I don't get an alert, but I will keep an eye. We're going to look at that map a couple times, so we'll keep an eye on that. I'm laughing right now because I'm watching Connor following a motorcycle. So there's an enthusiast who's very early to the game, especially for a rainy day, but those temperatures obviously were enough to get this individual out onto the roads with the motorcycle, probably scratching an itch that's been there since the winter started. So I don't blame him, but might get caught in a rain shower or two today. So it looks like Connor's behind him. So anyways, we will catch up with Connor there in a bit and go from there. What else have we got here? Stuart, good to see you on the chat as always. Maze, the crazy weather border collie, is going for a walk now in Nepean. If you can, walk your doggies now. Yes, absolutely. Those pets need to get out before the storms roll in. What else is going on here? Bit of rain just starting to fall in Newborough, coming from the Fiona. Thank you, Newborough, part of Ottawa. So there are some spotty showers moving into Ottawa. Again, nothing at all of any consequence right now. Everything that we're seeing with any kind of potential is to the south along the Seaway. That's where we are targeting as far as those potential for the stronger storms happening, and that's why Connor's down that way as well. So what else have we got here? Okay. Pelting rain just started here in Charleston Lake. A few miles east of Gananoque, which is what I'm seeing here from Connor on those storms. So we'll zoom in here as this kind of moves up across the border. That's these storms that are moving northeast, and I'll play the radar. Oops. I don't know why that jumped up like that. I'll play the radar here. We'll zoom out a little bit and show you guys what is transpiring this afternoon. So you can see as those storms are initiating, they're coming up in a very northeast trajectory coming across that border. So we'll see how that progresses and see if there's any intensity to them. So just zoom back out just to show you guys kind of the big picture. But you can see out of New York that those storms are starting to initiate and heading for the southern portion of eastern Ontario along the Seaway. So let me just pause this, bring it up here, and then zoom back in. So thank you for that report, Eldon. That is what you're seeing, all these storms that are kind of south of Brockville and Athens as they come across the 401 there. So Janet's joining in from Pakenham up in the valley. Thank you for that. Welcome to the stream and the chat. Just getting some pictures here. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything in my moderator chat, so bear with me, folks. So storms are starting to get kind of going, but again, nothing to worry about. There's nothing of any intensity at this point. Hey folks, just tuning in from downtown Ottawa at work. Can we expect severe weather in Elmer Gatineau tonight? Coming from Danny. So the further north you get from the Seaway at this point, the less likely of any kind of severe happening. We were talking of down by the Seaway, and you can see the temperatures on the screen. I'll put them up full screen here. Down in Gatineau, it's showing 7 degrees Celsius, and down in Kemptville, which is where I'm located, is 19. And obviously you can see in upstate New York, there's 20s and 21s, and down by where Connor is, basically 17. So that's the temperature that's needed for storms to get their act together. On the Gatineau side, I'm a little skeptical of anything other than regular storms. Nothing of any severe potential, and that's why they only had a thunderstorm watch out for the Quebec side. On the Ontario side, there's a little more potential just because of those warmer temps that they've got. So to answer your question, not likely into Ottawa and north. I don't think that's going to happen. Most of, if the potential is south of Ottawa at this point. What else? Nadine saying here, 5:30 a.m. this morning, I traveled from Kemptville down to Ottawa, the 19. Wicked lightning, sporadic downpours. It was fun. Yes, that I heard. I slept through it. Unfortunately, I love getting woken up by thunder and lightning. That's just my personal preference. But definitely, there were some thunder boomers this morning in the early morning. So, what else have we got here? So Laura asking, I have a flight landing in Sudbury soon coming from Toronto, so hopefully that works out. Again, the freezing rain is the only thing up there right now in the Sudbury area that's still on the table. And then just the temperatures obviously dropping as well. So Wendy saying, yes, lots of snow in Temiskaming Shores. Okay, you're in Haileybury yourself. So you are just, again, north of my brother up in Martin River. So yes, you guys definitely got some crazy winter weather overnight and yesterday as well. So a few folks on their motorcycles last week on the warm day that we had. Yes, I saw, I definitely came across a guy on a motorcycle, or a person, I should say. I don't know what, gender they were, but I just saw somebody on a motorcycle during those warm 5 or 6 days that we had. And again, I don't blame them. I'd be out of two if I had a motorcycle. So, what else? Happy to beat the rain today for my first run in shorts in 2026. I love it. Thanks to you all for keeping us up to date. Andrew, yes, I'm a shorts guy as soon as humanly possible. I would make a great UPS driver, apparently. That seems to be their dress code for a lot of them. So I'm a shorts guy as much as possible. So enjoy your run. Hopefully the wind and the rain does not ruin it. Right now you still have a pretty big window, so you should be okay. What else have we got here? Sky is partially covered in Vaudreuil-Dorion on the eastern portion towards Montreal. There's some decent temperatures in Montreal. You can see how those temps are kind of tucked into the St. Lawrence Seaway. You've got 19, 12, 13, 13. But as soon as you get north of there, you've got single digits, 5, 7. So that's the drastic contrast of where you're going to have storms and where you're more than likely not going to see anything really other than maybe rain at this point, because we do have some rain north of Ottawa, way into the Quebec side, east of Maniwaki, but that's just regular rain, nothing to worry nothing to worry about for sure. I was just checking to see temperatures around there, but it's showing south of Maniwaki 8 degrees Celsius. So what else? Rain just started in Brockville. Yes, that's that portion of the line that we're watching, and you can see that's starting to pick up some intensity here along the Seaway. So the Seaway is the kind of the target zone at this point. And what else? Okay, is Russell or Castleman going to see anything coming from Aaron? Russell and Castleman, I'm going to zoom in here on our radar, bring it up. Temperatures are kind of just on the border of 10 degrees Celsius, which may not be enough to get any kind of severe weather happening. You're probably going to see rain showers and possibly minor thunderstorms. That's at this point what I would say. And again, the potential, what we talked about when I got on immediately from the beginning, is that the potential is there for thunderstorms, and some of them maybe even getting into the severe side of things. That does not mean it's going to happen. It just means the ingredients are there, which is why we have a watch. So it's like baking a cake. You have your flour, you have your eggs, you have all that ingredients there. But until you put them together and throw them in the oven, that's when you get the warning. It's one of my analogies I like putting out there for people who don't understand the difference between a watch and a warning. Warning means your cake is baking. So whether it's a thunderstorm or severe thunderstorm or even tornado eventually down in the summertime, that's the difference there. The watch just means the ingredients are there, but they may not bake properly. They may not come together properly. So just something to consider there. So I'm just going to message Connor. We lost his stream. I just don't know if he's in a bad area. So I'm going to see if he's here just a sec. He's listening, so he's typing right now. So he hears me. Oh, he says he's bad spot for cell service down there, so that's what's going on there. I'm actually going to look at visible satellite here, and I'll get this rolling. Bear with me for 1 minute here, and we'll show you guys what this is doing. So this is what we call visible satellite, and then the region you're looking at, essentially Ottawa would be kind of almost center on that blue line between Ontario and Quebec, and you can see how the clouds and the storms are moving through. So this is what's taking place today. Obviously very cloudy throughout most of the region, but when we've had those clearings where the sun has been poking through south of Ottawa, you can very clearly see that on satellite, and that's what's given us those much warmer temperatures, and why there's such a difference between the Seaway and Kemptville and Ottawa. Again, that's what's contributing to it, and you can see that the storms are liking that, and as they're going through this more warm environment, that's the storm juice that they need to get going. So right now, storms heading towards Ogdensburg, the north end of the storms kind of going through Brockville, but again, nothing severe, nothing intense right now, just heavy downpours in certain areas. So just something to keep in mind. What else have we got? Marlene, hi Tom, glad you're on today to keep my anxiety down. Happy to help, Marlene. That's what we're here for. Again, I do talk about it a lot on the stream. We turn the temperature down on severe weather and trying to give a realistic outlook rather than the hype train, I call it, or the panic in terms of getting people to with the fear mongering, that kind of stuff. We don't do that. So thank you. Good to see you, Marlene, as always on the stream. And I'm glad we can help you out with that. And I'm sure there are plenty of others. That's why the thumbnail in today's YouTube video, when we posted it, was showing those with anxiety and those who love storms. There's obviously a big contrast there. And, you know, we respect both sides of that. So I'm an enthusiast, but obviously others are not so much. So currently, again, nothing to worry about. I don't think there'll be anything to worry about today. Again, the most that we're going to see is thunderstorm, maybe with a bit of lightning and heavy rain. And then later on tonight, overnight, while we're all sleeping for the most part, those bigger winds along the Seaway are going to move in, and we're going to see gusts 70 to 80 kilometers, and that will extend a little bit north. And I'll just highlight that here. So those winds to the north will be kind of along this line, moving up towards Montreal. To the south of there, stronger. Obviously, anything to the north, significantly less or weaker. So that's kind of the corridor. I mean, obviously on the U.S. side, further south you go, a little more potential, but the hills will keep that down because we've got the Adirondacks. But kind of this corridor here is what we're looking at along the Seaway overnight, where those bigger winds are going to be. So if you're watching from that area, just keep that in mind. Now, I also want to bring this up as well. We did briefly touch on it. Let me bring it up here. So obviously the lakeshore with that wide open area, there's going to be winds along here that are going to be associated with that as well. And again, into that 70, 80 kilometer hour range later tonight, with potential for some snow back further west that we go. Picton is definitely highlighted, just outcropping here into Lake Ontario, definitely more exposed, so higher winds are potential are there. And again, there is a wind warning. Let me clear this off and I'll pull it up. So Environment Canada, up to 90 kilometers an hour. So those are very strong winds that will blow stuff around. Just something to keep in mind for anybody that's in that area or along the lakeshore. Batten down the hatches, stuff might blow around. So we'll keep an eye on that. Again, that'll be overnight, so we won't be on the stream at that point. I'll be sleeping, but we're definitely going to keep an eye on things for the next foreseeable several hours, and we'll monitor how things go. We don't exactly know how things are going to unfold. So what else have we got here? Hayden saying, yeah, I had a feeling y'all would be on today. Hayden from Calgary, Alberta area out west. Good to see you on the stream. And definitely, I mean, when we get a severe watch out this early on, we were very confident that we would end up on the stream just to keep people informed and just keep them understanding what's happening. So good to see you, Hayden. Rick from Lanark County Scanner saying, watch for the warning. And that's exactly it. You're always going to have the watch first. And then if anything comes together, then you're going to have the warning that follows that up. So that's just a great way of remembering that. So thanks for that, Rick. What else have we got here? Lake Time, good afternoon. Good to see you on the stream as always. Is Connor in Hawkesbury area or Mallorytown coming from Ghislain? He's down by the 401 and by the St. Lawrence Seaway, so he's sticking south again, where we are seeing these stronger downpours happening. That's where the potential is, and that's why we're monitoring it. So I can give you a rough idea of where he is. I'm just going to bring up. So he is now just kind of to the west of Brockville, essentially. He's just kind of between Brockville and Athens, kind of south of both of those a little bit. So his stream, not a lot of good data there, but he's trying to keep ahead of these storms by the looks of it as these march northeast. So again, I should play this for you guys so you can see what's happening over the last few hours. So you can see that trajectory is more north, but still with an easterly component to it. And that's how the storms are coming through the area. So that's what we're watching, and that's what we're tracking this afternoon. And what a contrast. I mean, literally, we were tracking ice storms, snow. The other day, we got 10 centimeters of wet snow that I had, that most of us had to shovel. It's just crazy springtime weather. And that's, it's not often we do get these severe watches out, but they do happen once in a while. So, what else have we got here? Wow, there's a lot of comments that flew in here. Who else? Okay, I've got that one. So Devin asking, what are we anticipating in Belleville is going to see tonight? Any accumulation of snow? So yes, there is the potential for snow back to our south and west in the Belleville. Kind of this watch. They have a special weather statement, but they are calling for 5 to 10 centimeters of snow. But the bigger issue down there is those winds that I was discussing. So 70 to 90 kilometer hour gusts. Obviously, if once everything freezes, I should say, and there is some form of precipitation in that snow range, it's going to blow stuff around, and there are going to be whiteout conditions. So keep that in mind, as that's an overnight thing, but that is definitely on the table for along the lakeshore of Lake Ontario. So thank you for that question. What else have we got here? What else have we got here? Sorry. Jeff Dixon, good to see you on the chat. Going to be interesting for a few hours. Yes, yes, I would say even more than a few hours. The storm potential over the next 2 to 3 hours, once we start losing that sun, the heating goes away, and then that storm juice kind of comes down in terms of what's available to the storms. But for the next 2 to 3 hours, we definitely have a window where these storms can pick up as they move through the region. And after that, then we're going to be dropping those cold temps and going down from there. So what else have we got here? Trying to reach them, but haven't yet. Wendy asking, how is Grand Valley? I have family there, trying to reach them, but haven't yet. So I'm not 100% sure where Grand Valley is. So let me just take a look, and I'll be able to update you on that. Okay, they're kind of northwest of Toronto area. There's nothing much going on back there. Let me just see what their temps are like. They're just around, just above freezing here. So Grand Valley would be about 1 degree. Let me see if the radar is showing anything. Give me 1 second here, and we'll pull up King City. There's no precipitation in that area. It's just, again, hovering around that 1 degree mark. But as that crashing cold front comes through, that will change things dramatically. You can see back to the west here, we've got some temperatures on the Michigan Peninsula that we've got 8 degrees below zero, that kind of stuff, and we're midday here. So drastic contrast from what's happening in Eastern Ontario and upstate New York. Like I said, nothing at this point, Wendy, that's happening in there. Thank you very much, Wendy, for the donation. I forgot to mention that, saw it pop up. It goes a long way towards helping us out to keep this platform growing and, keep it sustainable. So thank you very much for that. Very appreciated. What else have we got here? Karina, there was a crook. Maybe I missed it. Message redacted. Okay, so I see Veronica answered that. Good to see you in the chat, Veronica. I know you were jumping in there. Again, Veronica, one of my moderators, Melissa as well. So thank you guys very much for helping out as always. Starting to pour in Cardinal, super windy when I was out on the roads, had trouble keeping the truck steady at some points, coming from Veronica. So Cardinal is along the St. Lawrence Seaway, so I'm going to zoom in here, and Cardinal should pop up, is right here in the middle of the screen, and you can see those storms coming through Ogdensburg definitely have a decent amount of precipitation in them, and are tracking that way. So let me actually see if I can pull off a trick here, because in Canada we don't have this, but why are storm tracks not showing? I probably don't have them turned on because that's only in the US. Okay, give me a sec here. I might be able to change it quickly. If not, we'll bail on the idea. I was going to try and see as far as timing was concerned. This will be watches and warnings for the US, but no, that's just so there's usually there's a it'll be on the radar. I just realized. Sorry guys, just new software that we're working with, and there we go. Storm tracks. See, I knew it was there. So this is a tool we use in the US that the NWS puts out, and they basically give you a track of the storms and the precipitation as it's moving. It will also give you an idea. If I am able to click on it, it's not popping up. Interesting. Usually I can click on that and find out without being in a warning the speed of the storm and what time frame it's going to be in. We have a tool on our end that we're trying to get use for. I just have to figure out storm speed from radar, which is not easy to do on the fly. But we do have a tool when we get into summertime with the big storms. I'm going to show this to you guys. So we have a storm track tool. So if I take this and drag it, and I show that this storm is heading up towards Castleman, if I put the speed and it's in miles an hour, that will change down the road. But let's say the storm is doing 25 miles an hour, or just over 40K. It will then pop up a storm track impact saying Castleman. It'll be there in about 1.5 hours roughly, so you can understand how far it's going to take, and then how long it's going to take to get there, that kind of stuff. So it's a really cool little tool. The only problem here in Canada is I cannot get the speed from storms just on the fly that I know of. So if anybody else knows, I would love to hear that, but it just helps me to be able to give you guys accurate timing in terms of when the weather is going to make it into your area. So that's just something that's coming for the summertime storms that will hopefully improve as we go through. So, okay, what else have we got here? Gary, only 6 degrees Celsius in Wakefield. Yes, definitely much colder, or cooler, I should say, on the Quebec side. So again, I don't think there's a lot of potential for big storms on the Quebec side. And again, even in Ottawa, north of Kemptville, it's not going to jump drastically in terms of temperature. So Kemptville right now at 18 degrees Celsius. Moose Creek looks like around 13 degrees Celsius. So that warm air is just tucking itself in and sticking to the Seaway as much as possible. So that's where we're probably going to see things. Connor's on the move here. We've got his feed here again. Just going to take a look where he's at. And he's he's trying to stay ahead of those storms. He's probably running down to Highway 2, and then he's going to probably come down, go further northeast on Highway 2 would be my guess at this point, but nothing to report as of yet. So what else have we got here? Starting to rain here near Athens on Temperance Lake. So Athens would be, again, to the west of Brockville. It's kind of highlighted there, just on the edge of the precipitation. And you can definitely see the intensity difference between these storms along the Seaway and those that are kind of west of Carleton Place, Perth. Those are very meager at this point. So our area of concentration is obviously this stuff along the Seaway. What's going on here? Okay, lake time is coming in. Good, thanks. Just in from all my running around. So glad I caught the live. Yes, glad to have you on the live. So we appreciate you. What else is going on here? Okay, getting dark in Clayton as per lake time. Thank you for that update. And then Heather saying still summertime in beautiful downtown Athens, no rain yet. Somewhat disconcerting that Connor's in Mallorytown. He just drove past our son's house. So I'm going to start a thing called Connor sightings or Connor spottings. And we'll have a contest maybe as to, who can spot him the most often. What else? So thank you for that update. Yes, definitely the precipitation again tucked into that Seaway. It is coming on to the 416 here down by Johnstown and tucked along that 401, but it is spotty at best right now and just not making its way much further north. It might get to me here in Kemptville. I'll bring up my weather cam Just showing what's going on in beautiful downtown Kempville, to the north side of it. So you can see most of the snow that we got melted. You can see the clouds moving across. So that lower, we call that the lower level jet, in terms of the winds on just above the surface. Decent motion in those clouds, so there's some decently strong winds. So that's Kempville right now. What else have we got here? We do have Carlton Place back online. We had this, we had an internet outage back then, but you can see how dark it is back to the west. So this camera's in Carlton Place, and this is looking at the storms. I'll bring it up here just so we can all know what we're looking at. But the line of storms that are coming through to the west here of Carlton Place, which is kind of in the center, you can see if you look directly left, that's what you're seeing on that camera there. And let me just adjust the camera too. We have that ability. And we'll bring it down just a hair so you can kind of get an idea there. So this basically is those storms, and you can see that dark base. So obviously rain headed that way, but so far no lightning and nothing intense. I mean, those storms on the radar that we're looking at, I'll switch back over to the weather cam. I dropped it down. Sorry, I forgot to switch it over. So you can see how dark it is to the west. But again, that's just going to be rain with some wind. So far, it doesn't look too bad. Pretty calm, and again, that is in the Carlton Place area, so we're going to keep monitoring that as well. So what are we doing here? So, okay, I'm just going to look, latest update, storm heading to Morrisburg, definitely heavy precipitation moving into the Morrisburg area. Just to the west of it, you have also through Iroquois, you've got all this orange precipitation, which is again moderate to moderate high end. Still no lightning, so the storms are not picking up intensity to where severe potential is on the table. Those are usually early indicators of that kind of stuff happening. So we'll continue to update as we go through here. So what else have we got here? Okay. From what I've seen, EC may include the storm speed whenever we get storm-based warnings. That's coming from Hayden. And yes, if we had what we call storm-based warnings versus what they're currently doing, which is just putting it based on a geographical location, not tracking with the storms, it would be awesome if they had the storm speed in there. That would help us out immensely to be able to translate information to you folks. Excuse me, to give you an idea as to what to expect timing wise and for multiple areas. What else? Okay, so I'm getting caught up in comments here. Expired PCP, I'm in Prescott, and it's just regular rain, no lightning, no thunder, just rain, 15 Celsius. In Prescott, 20 in Kempville, and 11 in Ottawa. Don't think we're going to see much thunderstorm activity today. I agree at this point that the thunderstorm potential is definitely on the lower end of the scale, which is what we talked about when we started up. The ingredients were potentially there, but that doesn't mean that anything was necessarily going to happen as far as that's concerned. So thank you for that report. Appreciate it. Always good to see you in the chat as well. You always contribute to the chat, so we appreciate that. What else is going on here? Rick saying the Johnstown cameras rained out looks so much better than snow. I agree with that. Definitely tired of the snow. We're done with the snow. It looks like Connor's jumping up onto the 401 at Brockville, heading northeast or east, trying to get ahead of these storms. So we'll see what he does there. Again, we'll continue to monitor what Connor is doing, and if there's anything to report at that point, we'll definitely get him to tune in here. So he's actually messaging me, so bear with me for a quick section here. Yeah, he's just trying to game plan as to what to do. Right now, he is getting ahead of that line. He's going to move northeast. He's also monitoring a clearing area kind of around the Kingston area where that heating could happen. Again, we're only at 3:30 in the afternoon, so if the cloud deck can break, and we can switch over to that. So let me hit satellite here. And so that's the clearing that he's talking about. That's you can see kind of the gray area. That's obviously all clouds. But if I zoom out, you'll be it gets a little polluted with names and stuff, but there is a bit of a clearing happening just on the eastern part of Lake Ontario, so that could warm things up quickly as well. So we have that ability to look at satellite on our radar as well, just to switch back and forth. So it just helps us be able to give you guys information as it's happening. What else? I was really looking forward to a storm, but it looks like it's going to miss Smith Falls, Perth. Right now, it is definitely to the south of it, the bulk of the precipitation. And again, it is just rain at this point. We don't even have lightning. So it's not anything of any drastic measure as far as storms are concerned. So we're going to keep an eye on that, and we will keep you guys up to speed. Tornado Pro saying these storms don't look to be fiery. Definitely north of Kempville. Again, I'm skeptical anything is going to happen other than regular rain. You can definitely see the contrast in temperature from 18 here in Kempville to 10 at the Ottawa airport. That's a significant difference in just in Cape alone when you're talking temperature changes of that much. So that's where my head's at right now. And again, I'm happy to report when things underperform on the severe side of things, because obviously, again, I'm going to say the winds later tonight were the biggest quotient out of everything that we were looking at on the models. Those 80-kilometer-hour wind gusts can definitely blow stuff around. So I think that's going to be the higher impact with those sharper temperature drops below freezing. Again, if you're just tuning in, a lot of the region will be -5 to -10, so significantly different depending where you are, obviously. And then Nadine just saying it just started raining south of Kempville, and I'm just on the north end of Kempville near Beckett's Landing. So the rain is directly to my south, so I'm not going to see anything on my camera. Unfortunately, because we are looking north. I am monitoring the Winchester camera just to see if anything happens there. They will definitely get some rain as it moves through. But again, that's all it is at this point as far as rain is concerned. So while I'm caught up on comments, I'm going to take a quick break. We'll run a quick little ad from Canadian Hail Repair and Auto Dentist. They're, again, the sponsor of today's stream, so thank you very much for that. And I'll give you guys a little more information once I get back after the break.
Auto Dentist, your local premier choice for all of your cosmetic automotive repairs. Specializing in hail damage repair, paintless dent repair, small damage paint repairs, and bumper cracks and scrapes. We have served Ottawa and surrounding areas for over 25 years. Come by for your free estimate at 151 Bentley Avenue, Unit 17 in Ottawa, or call us at 613-223-7077.
God, guys, I've been talking to myself. I forgot to unmute the microphone. I feel like an idiot right now. Anyways, okay, let's rewind that. So I just got an alert that there's no audio, and I just forgot to unmute the mic when we came off that commercial. So I'm going to reiterate there what I said. Again, we want to thank Auto Dentists and Canadian Hail Repair. They're a phenomenal sponsor for us. They were on board last year. Doug and Tim are an awesome crew. They can handle just about anything when it comes to cosmetic repairs, dents from whether that happens in a parking lot or from weather, that kind of thing. So they are based out of Bentley Avenue in the Ottawa area. And essentially, they've got a great team there, and you can reach them. I'm just going to bring up their phone number, 613-223-7077. Again, that's Doug and Tim down at, and they run, Auto Dentist and Canadian Hail Repair, their sister companies. So again, we're glad to have them on and be partnered up with them again for this season. So thanks, guys. Appreciate the sponsorship. So I did miss that. So we were just talking about this storm here. So I'll reiterate that. My rookie old mind here definitely got away from me. So just trying to, sorry, I'm just multitasking here, but I was talking about the storm at Morrisburg, and what I was talking about was that we had a pixel of red and dark orange, which means the precipitation is picking up on that storm. What I was noticing and why I was playing the radar is I'm noticing at how quickly these storms are moving through the area. In the last hour, it essentially has gone from Kingston all the way up to Morrisburg, and you can just see how every scan it's getting further and further away. And I think I was talking about Connor turning around because he probably couldn't keep up with it. So he may be heading back down the line to watch what's coming from Kingston. I will get confirmation from him. And I'm lost my microphone again. Or is it working? Sorry, oh yeah, okay, it's working. Good God. Today's a struggle a bit. Anyways, hopefully that gets everybody caught up to speed, and we'll jump back into the comments. What else have we got here? So we talked about rain south of Kempville, which is what we're looking at on the stream there. And we'll just see what the next scan shows. I'm just going to highlight this and bring it up. And we haven't had a refresh here. This is at 3:29 p.m., so about 7 minutes old. The next scan should come in very shortly. What else? Washed the car today in my t-shirt and then came inside and got my snowsuit ready for shoveling in the morning. Sean is definitely ahead of the curve there, and 100% that's the contrast we have in Ontario and Canada. Springtime, where you can go from summer weather to 24 hours, or not even 24 hours later, 12 hours to 18 hours later, where you're dealing with snow again. So yeah, definitely not the most fun in the world. So Gina saying getting darker in Winchester, no rain yet, and again, I've got some cameras there, so I'm keeping an eye on that. I can show kind of the view. It just started raining on the camera, so I'm just going to show this. I know that comment's probably a little bit older, but just starting to rain in Winchester. The wind is picking up because the camera is shaking, and I can see that the bigger trees are definitely blowing around. So as these storms come through, the winds are going to pick up a little bit, and you're going to have some heavier precipitation. But again, no lightning, nothing severe at this point. It's just regular rain showers for now. So which is great. Again, the potential was there, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's what's going to take place. So what else have we got? Milkman coming in. Thanks, Tom Connor and crew. Great coverage as always. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for putting up with my technical glitches, guys. Just a lot going on usually on the live stream, but we try and roll with the punches, as they say. So Hayden was asking if I've shown the EC thunderstorm outlooks for today. I did bring up the wording. I did not bring up the graphics themselves. Just going through kind of our own rendition of what was going to take place early on in the stream. I kind of covered what was going to happen. Again, anybody that's just joining in, we're the storms for eastern Ontario along the Seaway is the St. Lawrence Seaway is where we're targeting for these storms to get their act together, where the most potential is. Also later on tonight, lakeshore of Ontario, along the 401 corridor down to Toronto, all the way back up to Kingston and along the Seaway. Those bigger winds are going to happen overnight, where models are forecasting gusts 80 kilometers an hour and maybe even a little bit more, but that's what we're seeing at this point. So just something that's coming down the pipe after this. So what else is there? And Jose Vargas asking, is it going to Cornwall? How far east? It is just on the doorstep of Cornwall right now. It's just to the west of it. It is coming into South Stormont, and this whole entire kind of line is coming that way. So I'll just drag this back just to show you where it's come from. So it came up the Seaway, up through the upper portion of New York. So it is coming to Cornwall. Messina right now is showing at 20 degrees Celsius. Let me grab a quick drink here. So let me highlight something. And so obviously Cornwall right here on our radar, and these storms are moving in that general direction. So yes, you're right now, no lightning even. So again, just regular rain showers at this point, some intense rain as it moves through, but for the most part, you can see Connor's just driving through it right now on the 401, mostly wet. Obviously, no freezing of any kind at this point, which is a nice change from where we were, but overnight it will drop back down to freezing temperatures, which is definitely going to be a contrast as to what it is right now. So he's showing Brockville is 16 degrees Celsius based on our location app, and by the morning it will probably be about -5. So significant change as the day progresses. And again, overnight, we're talking after midnight is when the temperature is going to drastically drop into those single digits, and then obviously into negative territory based on what models we're showing. So what else have we got here? Welby fam, what about Quillon? We are under a severe thunderstorm watch. You're actually under only a thunderstorm watch, and I'll bring that up on the radar just to be able to answer that question. So Quillon, along the Ottawa River, again, temperatures are just too cold right now, even in Ottawa, 10 degrees and 8 degrees Celsius. And to the west, I mean, I saw 6 degrees up by Petawawa. Just too cold for any kind of severe to happen. Even thunderstorms are not going to happen in that kind of environment. I mean, you might get a rogue lightning bolt, let's put it that way. So overall, anything north, and I'm just going to highlight it here on the screen for everybody what my thoughts are. You're kind of looking anything north of this, essentially. Whoa, I went off the screen there. Sorry guys, that's just a technical glitch. Kind of north of this. Wow, struggling here. I'm going to stop. Tell me you're okay. There we go. Anything north of that line, I just think it's going to be regular rain, and there's no real severe potential at all. Even south of this line right now, depending where you are, because again, 13 degrees in Moose Creek is not going to get the job done. 18 has the potential, so you've got a few pockets here of that warmer air, and you can see here Messina, New York at 20. That's why this storm here out front has got that heavy orange, and it's again most just heavy precipitation at this point, but no lightning associated with it whatsoever. So again, we haven't even gotten the intensity where they can produce lightning. Whether that changes or not, we will see here in the next couple of hours, and kind of monitor that as it moves through. So right now, you can see that ahead of it, there's a bit of a line that goes all the way to Lachute, just through near Hawkesbury. There's that's just kind of fired. Let me just take a look here and back it up one frame. So you can see as that storm is pushing through, right about here, you see that line forming near Alexandria, north of Cornwall. Then it intensifies a little more. And now on this latest scan, it's obviously reaching way out here in terms of some precipitation, all the way from Lachute back to just north of Alexandria and north of Cornwall. But again, we do have that pocket coming from the backside here, so we'll keep an eye on that. And again, if this is the wave that's coming through, you know, I don't know if there's anything going to be on the back end of this that's going to have any potential, just because the temperature is going to drop as that rain moves through. You can see Ogdensburg was down at, it was up at 18, is now down to 15 degrees Celsius, and Mallorytown is down to 12 degrees Celsius. So at this time of year, there's not a lot of storm energy available, or the potential for it, and that's, once you get one wave going through, it tends to wash things out. So bear with me for a sec here. I've got some comments here. I'm just checking to make sure that Connor doesn't need anything here. Where did he? Okay. What else am I missing here? Okay, good. I'm caught up on comments, just making sure that everybody's good there. So right now, I think Connor was driving back kind of southwest along the 401. We'll see when his feed comes back up, and we'll take it from there. So we have been, just to chat with you guys about a few things, we have been looking into some Starlink equipment. I've been talking to some chasers that use Starlink. It's not, there's pros and cons to it, and it definitely cuts out just like cell service does. So it just depends where you're located, obviously. The faster you're going, all that kind of stuff plays into it. So it is better than cell service, but the cost is significantly more. So what we're trying to figure out is whether the extra money makes sense for the small gain in terms of over cellular in Canada at this point. So just one of those things we are working at this point. So what else? Okay, so we did talk about Quignon. Shirley asking about how's it turning out for Sudbury. Sudbury was just basically freezing rain, was left on the table as far as warnings were concerned. I did look at the radar there earlier. Let me just hit stop here, grab that, shrink this, and take a look at the radar up there. And there's absolutely nothing on radar right now. I'm just going to reconfirm that we've got nothing on radar all the way back to Sault Ste. Marie. There's another radar back there. I'll take a look. So around Sault Ste. Marie, there's definitely precipitation north of Sault Ste. Marie, and I'm just going to take a look which direction this is headed in. So this is kind of shifting north, and you can kind of see the spin happening there a little bit as the precipitation and that low starts to move kind of to our north in the Ottawa area. That's what's happening up there. I will switch it over to just see what, and it looks like it's snow essentially is what the radar is indicating with those minus 12, minus 16 temperatures. Obviously that's going to be the case. And again, as that low moves through, we're going to have those temperatures dropping down. So that's what's happening up in the Sudbury area. And so Sudbury, again, they were talking about freezing rain. That was the big potential there for today. Most of the snow is over with, and it's just minimal at best. So, okay, what else have we got here? Looks like no storms for Ottawa. Nicole, there may be no significant storms. There's going to be rain kind of coming from the west. There's a little bit of it here back here. But again, the more intense stuff is to the south of Ottawa, coming through Kemptville. I'm just going to give you guys a view here from the Kemptville weather cam outside my studio. You can definitely see the difference. There's even a clearing in here where you can see that darker area to the north. Unfortunately, south of me, I don't have a view, but not even really raining here, just on the north end of Kemptville and towards the Ottawa. We're looking towards the Ottawa area, and you can see sunshine in spots there. So some people getting sun, and other people going to have some rain coming through as well. well. So let me just bring this back here. And I'll actually bring up Carleton Place for anybody that's in the Carleton Place area. This is our camera out in the Carleton Place area, and we do have that darker line starting to make its way in. And I'll show you guys from Carleton Place what that looks like on the radar. So this is the radar, Carleton Place on the right portion of the screen. That camera's kind of looking to... I'm just trying to line it up here. It's kind of looking at this yellow storm that's to the northwest of Perth, where you have that little more intense precipitation. That's what you're seeing on this camera here. So still hasn't arrived into Carleton Place yet, but there's definitely some rain coming into the Carleton Place area soon. So that's all headed in that direction as far as that's concerned. So just going to take a look here at our latest scan on radar. We are at 3:47 p.m. Let me just see here. There's definitely a line all the way from Ogdensburg up to Alexandria and into Lachute as far as precipitation is concerned. Just looking back to the southwest, where it's past Ogdensburg down to Kingston. Not a whole lot coming in behind that at this point. So let's just take a quick look here. I'm going to switch over on a couple of things. Just going to check whether Connor... I'm just going to message Connor. Connor, if you can hear me, I don't know if you can let me know if you've got the ability to chat while driving. It doesn't look too bad, but I'll see if you can kind of jump in here or not. Sorry, I turned on his audio there.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. Definitely raining and windy.
Yeah. I am eastbound on the 401. I didn't think I was going to have to go east that quickly, but here I am turning back around going east. I'm going to try my best to somehow get in front of the line. Nothing too crazy, no lightning, haven't heard any thunder at all, but it's just pouring rain right now on the 401, so we're going to see how far we can get east before we have to stop.
Yeah, so you're just near the Iroquois area, it looks like, currently, correct?
Yes, I just passed by Iroquois.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm just looking timing-wise on radar. They're moving very quick. Like, I was looking at the speed of these storms, and they are moving quickly through the area. They're going to be at that Ontario-Quebec border in no time flat. Within 40 minutes or so, I would say that's over the border. I don't know how much rocket fuel you've got in the Ford Escape today, but you might need it.
I'm probably gonna have to stop for fuel before I see it.
Yeah, so go for some high octane, get a little extra boost out there, but we'll continue to monitor things with you, and I'll continue to update people as we move through here. But so far, it looks like it's just going to be regular rain showers, and we're not, the severe potential is definitely dwindling, I would say, at best. Would you agree with that statement?
I definitely agree. It was much too cloudy, and we didn't get enough heating before it got cloudy, so I would say it's almost done. Just a little bit of maybe some rogue lightning around.
Okay, good. Yeah, that's what I said. It was that there might be a rogue bolt or two, but that's basically the only thing I have expectation-wise as far as this weather moving through. And I think this stuff moving along the Seaway is essentially the only thing that is in play at this point. Once this kind of moves out, I think as far as any kind of thunderstorm potential is over at that point, correct?
Yes, definitely correct.
Okay. Cool. I will let you get back to it.
I passed back over the cold front, so it's back to 18 degrees versus 12 where I was with Rockville earlier.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Okay. I will let you get back to it. We'll check in on you soon. Okay, so there you have it, folks. Essentially, what we're looking at right now is, again, these storms moving through. The severe potential has definitely is very limited at this point. So nothing to be concerned about today. Again, with all these watches out, both on the Quebec side, even on the Ontario side, the potential is very low at this point. Once this kind of initial rain and precipitation moves through, it's going to basically anything behind it has no real chance. And then what we're looking at after that, what we talked about at the beginning of the stream, was the higher winds that are going to come with this as that temperature drops. And again, if you haven't heard me say it, along the Seaway and along the lakeshore of Lake Ontario, 70, 80 kilometer wind gusts overnight into tomorrow morning. So just keep that in mind. It's kind of after midnight, roughly, depending where you're located, and will pick up as it moves eastward. So, starting from west to east, essentially. Possibility of some snow. We did talk about that at the beginning of the forecast, kind of back to the west, Bancroft, Halliburton, down to Peterborough, Belleville, along the lakeshore. That's where the most snow potential is. The further east you go, again, the Ontario-Quebec border, probably nothing at all. South of Ottawa, maybe a couple of centimeters. That's kind of where our thought process is with the system as it moves through. So just something to keep in mind there as we go from there. So what else? Okay, I'm just checking to make sure I don't have any alerts or anything I'm missing. I am going to check one site here that tracks lightning, and again, our app is not showing, the radar app is not showing any lightning, but I have another backup source for that as well, and it's not showing anything as well. So again, we are on just at this point, not even thunder showers. These are just regular rain showers, which is fantastic. So okay, so what else have we got here? Just jumping back into the chat, making sure I'm not missing anything. Samantha was asking about Winchester, Chesterville area. Again, most of that has moved through. You have light showers, and again, nothing to be concerned about with this system as it's moving through. These are just rain showers at this point. The severe potential is very low on the scale, and it's just going to be windy when it moves through. If you are in the area where where this precipitation is moving through, and after that, again, overnight, that's when our higher winds are going to make it into the area. So I'll just run that cycle on the radar so you guys can see how things are moving through the area. What else is going on here? Just started raining. Tammy saying just started raining here in Metcalfe. Yes, that's just to the south of Ottawa. Thank you for that update. PB Storm Chaser, good to see you in the chat. You need to bond cellular plus Starlink. It's called bonding. Yes, that's obviously going to be a scenario that we're going to have to look at. Obviously, that comes down to equipment costs and budget and that kind of stuff, but it's something we do have in the back of our minds as far as that's concerned. Megan, good to see you in the chat as always. Hayden saying, check your Discord when the stream ends. I think I may know why Connor is cutting out often. Okay, that's good to know. So thank you. I will definitely reach out, Hayden, and chat with you about that. PB Storm Chaser says he's done multiple tests on his side, to working on my setup. So good. I always appreciate hearing from people that have something that works well. So thank you for that. It will help us to do a better job of, being able to live stream for you folks as this season moves along. So Megan saying, I feel like Mother Nature is just really mad with us as of late. And if you're, in Ontario or even in Quebec, we've had a drastic difference of weather, which is what springtime usually brings. But we've got some extremes right now where we had 5 or 6 days well above freezing. And then we got 10 centimeters of snow that I had to shovel here in Kemptville. And now we're, plus 18 today. It's still showing plus 18 in Kemptville because the storms did not move directly through Kemptville, so didn't affect it as much. What else have we got here? Canadian Timbit says Ottawa misses all the excitement. It looks today that, yes, that's going to be the case. There'll barely be anything. Right now, the storms are kind of to the east of Rockland and Navan, just skirting through Russell, a little bit through Castleman, but they are flying, as you can see on this radar. They are covering a lot of ground, and they're rocketing kind of northeast at this point. So Megan saying starting to get cloudy here in Mirabel. So yes, that line is headed your way. That's kind of on the southern portion of eastern Ontario along that St. Lawrence Seaway. So that is definitely heading in your direction. What else? Helix coming in from Australia, high octane and a coffee. Yeah, definitely not as exciting today as the potential was there for some higher end stuff, but again, it has stayed lower, so that's fantastic, and not as much as what we were thinking. So definitely good for those who have storm anxiety. It's just rain showers, nothing severe at this point does look to be on the table. So what else? Oshawa, cloudy and really strong gusts of wind, and that's only going to continue. So those winds are going to be coming from the west, as we've been talking about. And let me see if I can pull up some wind data for you folks just to kind of take a look at that. So let's look at wind speed and we'll see what the winds are. So these are wind speeds that you're seeing on the screen. Obviously, Cobourg registering 46 kilometers an hour already, and again, gusts are able to go up to let me just see, this one doesn't report gusts, this just shows a wind speed of 46 down in Cobourg, down at Point Petrie, I believe this is. This one here was 44 kilometers an hour. That was an hour ago because they only update so often, but you can see that the winds are definitely starting to pick up. Back here near Hamilton, 50 kilometers an hour being registered, and again, those will ramp up through the night. I'm just kind of giving you guys a big picture here of what you can see, all that orange and red, and we're going to see some gusts. There's some 63 kilometer an hour wind gusts up on the Michigan Peninsula, that kind of stuff. So that is headed our way. You can see that the winds are definitely a lot less here in eastern Ontario and western Quebec, just in double digits barely, but along the Seaway, you can just see those early signs of the wind funneling up the Seaway and kind of heading in a northeast trajectory. So just something we've been discussing today. Let me just go back to here and get temperatures back up and kind of look from there. So what else have we got? Sorry, Oshawa, cloudy. Okay, yes. Ghislain is saying, seems like Lefebvre, Ontario is right between the north cell and south cell. And yes, there's a pocket where you've got a division between that north and south, where things are breaking up between them. And again, that has to do with more temperatures than anything. But the line is starting to reach out here, even up to the Quebec side, to Montpellier and other. You can see here how quickly that happens. So this is only two or three frames. This is at 3:47, so 13 minutes ago, and you can see, boom, there's the next frame, and then look at all that precipitation join east of Rockland, and it's now kind of connected all the way up to Montpellier. So quickly, this is what we call lining out, where your precipitation just forms a big line, and that definitely brings down the severe potential in terms of lightning and hail, but the wind can pick up when that happens. So something that we have to keep an eye on today. So I'm just gonna kind of highlight that line as it's moving through here, and this is that's moving in a northeasterly fashion. I'm letting go of my mouse. There we go. Okay, so that's kind of moving in this general direction, but you can see that it's starting to line out as this develops. So just one of those things that happens with storm systems sometimes. So all the way down to New York, all the way up to Montpellier is what we're looking at there. So what else? CC Brooks, good afternoon, Tom. Where are the strongest winds to be and general speeds, power outage concerns do you think coming from CC Brooks? So yes, I'll go through that again because I did do it early on the stream. So I'll highlight where we're talking about winds tonight that are going to be a concern. So along from Toronto, along the north shore of Lake Ontario up to Kingston, and then along the Seaway into Montreal, this is kind of the corridor that models were showing where the high winds are going to be. So this is, obviously further west maybe a little bit before midnight, but we're talking gusts 80 kilometers an hour is what is forecast on models. Environment Canada example down here, right. Prince Edward County, it's got a wind warning in there for even up to 90 kilometer an hour plus winds out there on the lake because there's nothing impeding it. So if we zoom in here, I'll take a look at that and just show you guys the wind warning that's still there. And again, they're saying gusting to 90 kilometers an hour this afternoon and tonight. So again, that's the bigger issue, and that could cause power outages. And I'm just going to bring up the power outage map just to talk about that. Nothing jumps out at me right now on it, but let me share that with you guys. So this is our the Ontario or Hydro One power outage map, just small ones for the most part. There are a few here, spotty ones, and I don't know. Let me just click on this. Pending classification. So these are still power outages that have happened. There's one just south of me here in Kempville. That's a small one, fewer than 20. And they're talking outage report and will be dispatched. So that's a new power outage. So as some of these winds have come through, they do cause a little bit of an issue. Charleston Lake Provincial Park, I know we've got somebody in there, 187 of them with a power out as well. So some small power outages as those storms kind of came through. You can see that south of Ottawa. These ones are maybe still remaining from the previous events, but nothing significant at this point in terms of power outages. Is very small, but when those winds pick up in the area that we were discussing, there definitely could be increased power outages. So have your stuff charged. If you need water to flush toilets, fill the bathtub, all the usual stuff. Charge your flashlights, have them readily available, and you know, if you need weather alerts, make sure your radio, you're able to operate it without power as well, battery operated radio. So hopefully that answers a very roundabout way. We went through all that with CC, so I hope that answers your question. Hyundai, raining really hard and windy here in Avonmore. So yes, that's that line that's coming through essentially that we're seeing here in eastern Ontario and just on the western portion of Quebec up to Montpellier, that kind of thing. So what else have we got here? Jam Master AI. Some models are giving from 4 to 10 centimeters for southern Montreal region. I'm going to take a look to see. I don't, other than this watch here, there's nothing else. So this is just the thunderstorm watch that was extended throughout, but I don't have, wait, there are actually... No, that's just, there's no other warnings. The rest are up towards Quebec City and that kind of stuff. But down here, again, 12 degrees Celsius, 14 degrees Celsius. It is possible that you guys get in that 5 to 10 centimeter range in Montreal. But again, it depends when the temperature goes below freezing and as that crashing cold front comes through towards overnight or later this evening into overnight. That's kind of what we're going through. So what else have we got here? Wait, getting caught up here in comments. Okay, Marie Rochon, looking like Hawkesbury might be good for a car wash from Mother Nature, maybe, and it's definitely looking that way. I don't think you're going to avoid this one. The storm shield's not that good. Hawkesbury just being, where are you? Right here. Just to the north. So you're kind of in the meat of this precipitation. Obviously just moderate rain, no lightning, but the wind will pick up as it comes through. Nothing too serious on the wind front. So your storm shield again, Marie, won't be working today. What else? Northern Ontario seemed to get hit really hard with snowstorms last night. Yes, Timmins area, they still have more snow on the table today. My brother's north of North Bay, they got about a foot of snow, but a pile of freezing rain with it as well. So it's it was ugly yesterday, ugly today. The highway's closed, and I said I would keep an eye on that. So I'm just going to look on 511, just do a refresh here and see if they've reopened any of the highways in the northern portion there. So I'm just going to bring that up and share it with everybody because we did have some questions. Most of the highways north of the Trans-Canada, going from North Bay all the way to Sault Ste. Marie, are pretty much closed. So travel up there is not recommended in any way. Again, my brother lives right on Highway 11 near Temagami, and he said it was a nightmare, so they're hunkered down. And you can see it's closed all the way essentially up to Hearst, and then there's a portion that looks to possibly be slightly open and then back to closed for another portion of it. So just northern Ontario, heading towards northwest Ontario, Nipigon, not a good time to be traveling. And again, they're closed, so you really can't get through anyway. So that's the look on Ontario 511 as we look here today. Timmins was expecting 50 centimeters of snow roughly. So crews are going to be working very hard to try and get that back up and running and open as soon as possible. We did hear some people commenting or chatting that it may happen today, but so far I have not seen anything in that regard. So just something to keep in mind. PB Storm Chaser, can you share your Discord URL? So we don't have a Discord for Canadian Weather Live yet. Hayden's referring to our, we message each other. We're friends on Discord. If you want to add me on Discord to chat, I can get you that information. And I'm just trying to remember my username on there just to be sure, because I think it's a really weird one. Let me just see here. Come on. Because I have a couple of them, unfortunately. One, this for the storm chasing side of things. Where is my... That's hilarious. I can't find my Discord name on here. It's... So... I think if you look up Tom Smetana, you should be able to find it. You'll see my Twisted Brother Chasing logo. Just do a friend request there, and I'll definitely link us up. So if not, I'll try and remember and then get it to you on Facebook or something like that. So we'll go from there. What else, Stuart? So what's the weather for the viewer in Australia, or do I want to know? Yeah, Helix, I remember one time we were streaming, it was like minus 25 here, and they were plus 40. So definitely giant contrast in terms of temperatures. So it's just nice saying never got above 7 degrees here in Lefebvre. And yes, I don't think it's going to. That warmer air mass is kind of to the south. And once the rain moves through, it's definitely cooling off significantly as well. So trim your trees if needed. In Snoqualmie, Washington, I had a 185-foot hemlock come down lengthwise on my house. Oh, God. With 16-month-old twins, that gala does not sound fun at all. Hopefully everybody was okay out of that. And the property, I mean, that sounds like a very large tree and did a lot of damage, I would assume. So Easy Breezy saying, do they still issue flash freeze warnings? Wondering about that big drop in the temperature later. Environment Canada, as far as I know, does still do it if it's drastic, or they'll put out a special weather statement. They seem to use that special weather statement a lot, which for multiple things, which I find frustrating for me, because we do have those warnings available to us that are more descriptive when you see the warning rather than special weather statement. However, so I don't know if they'll put one out for tonight in terms of that temperature dropping drastically from what it is now to tomorrow morning type thing. So 79 Terra Firma, nice and warm in Metcalf. Anyone have an accurate temperature? I can actually look at our Mesonet for anybody that wants to know what this is. I'll bring it up on the screen. This is Canada wide. It's meso, MESO.cssl .ca. I'll leave it on the screen for a sec there while I get things going, and you can take a look at all sorts of stations. So this is a valuable resource. It's awesome that we have it. I'm just going to zoom in here to the Ottawa area. I may not get Metcalfe right on the nose here, but it is showing 9.9 at the airport right now. Obviously in between, there's nothing right now in terms of a meso. This is at Kemptville, and we, like I said, we were at 18 at one point. I want to say, if I look here, 18.5 was what it was. And then at the airport, why is it showing 15? It's showing 9.9 out there. So I guess the temperature's gone up over the last little bit, but it's not updating on the little icon. So 15.3 near the airport. So I would say you're somewhere in the teens at Metcalfe area. Roughly. Again, I don't have anything specific, but if somebody does, by all means, throw it into the chat. That would be awesome. And then, okay, let me zoom back out here. So I just got a comment saying, wow, from just saying, wow, that changed. They're joining. Yes, that has what we call lined out essentially at this point. So I'm going to zoom way back out. And we'll take a look, and you can definitely clearly see there is a definitive line here of those storms as they're moving northeast. So that all is precipitation at this point. Again, no lightning so far, and I suspect there won't be any. Again, maybe the odd rogue bolt, but this is not, it's not going severe at this point. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. Tornado Pro saying it looks like it's a bust. If you like severe weather, yes, definitely this is not going to produce any kind of real severe weather at this point. So agree in that regards. If you don't like severe weather, you're definitely winning this one for sure. Lake Time saying, looks like Clayton may get hit with a pocket that's coming this way. So yes, there are some isolated pockets that might make it up, but it'll be extremely quick because this is moving very quickly in terms of storm motion and just general speed. So just like saying, rain starting to come down in Lefebvre by the river. What else? CC, you're welcome. I'm glad the wind discussion answered your questions and keeps you guys up to speed as usual. Joanne from Quebec City, good to see you. You are looking at freezing rain up in Quebec City and maybe even potentially for just changing over to rain, but I'm going to bring up the wind warning as well up there. So they're talking southwesterly winds basically coming up that St. Lawrence, 90 kilometers an hour beginning early Tuesday morning. So that's still coming your way, but it's definitely on the table. So that's overnight here in Eastern Ontario, but by the time it makes its way up to Quebec, you're probably like I said, Tuesday morning, midday, or Tuesday afternoon, that type of thing. So those winds are going to make their way up there that we've been discussing on here. So good to see you in the chat, Joanne, as always. What else? Bonnie saying most of the rain is going to miss Smith Falls. Yes, 100%. There's nothing really back to the west at this point. Again, most of this is to the east of Ottawa and the region, and it's just regular rain kind of lined out at this point in that regard. So we'll keep an eye on that as it moves towards Montreal. But the temperatures are not there that this will be able to do really anything. And behind it, you can see that Kemptville has now dropped down to 15 degrees Celsius after this has moved through. We were up to 18, 19 earlier, so it's definitely not one of those things. So what else have we got here? Tornado Pro, yeah, you can definitely add me on Discord. And I can actually, I'll jot your name down as well, just if you guys want to message on there. What is it? I'm just quickly writing this down. Okay. So yes, what else is there? Looks like the storm shield just worked for us just outside of Merrickville. Temp still 16 here, dropped a few degrees, and I can kind of play that through. Yes, even my house in Kempville barely saw any precipitation as this moved through. So I'll back it out here a couple of frames, but you can just see if I zoom in, Merrickville is on the north end of the precipitation, and it just skirted through Kempville. I did see a little bit, but that's basically it, and now it's moved on. So for anybody that's back to the west, there's no severe potential at this point. Again, this may end up being a very short stream because at this point we're just talking rain. The severe potential is basically at the very bottom of things. So, you know, nothing to be concerned about today, which is fantastic. What else? Okay, trying to understand why ground wind has been from east to west all day in Lefebvre, but the storm is from southwest to northeast. And that's what you have those different layers in the atmosphere. So surface winds definitely can be different than winds a lot above. So here's a perfect example. You can see there's different layers of clouds moving on satellite. So you can see how the clouds that are elevated are moving kind of north and a little bit eastward, and below it they're moving in a different direction. So that's that differential that you have as you go through the atmosphere. You're getting different layers of wind, and they're doing different things. So in the summertime, that's what we refer to as wind shear, meaning you have opposing winds, and that's what contributes to those severe thunderstorms and even what's required for tornado potential. You need different winds at different heights to get that thing rotating, and that plays into it. So that's perfectly normal. If you actually, I love watching wind shear. I've done some time lapses at my house where you can see clouds at the surface moving one direction, and the ones above are just crisscrossing it. That's normal. That's what happens with our atmosphere, essentially. So good observation. Hopefully that answered your question there. So so what else have we got here? If anybody wants to explain in the chat about Discord, I'm not going to go into it, obviously, just because we're doing weather here. But if anybody can answer what CC is asking in the chat there, I'd greatly. Oh, somebody already did. Kevin's answering it. So perfect. Somebody's answering it. I'm just behind the times. Perfect. What else have we got here? Okay, I think most of the questions. Skies looking west, got dark, coming from Gary. So I'm just going to actually look at our weather cams just to see if there's anything of any significance. Kempville looking north. There's nothing much happening here. Obviously, you can see a bit of precipitation to the northwest of here, but basically dry on the ground here. And that's basically it. I'm just going to message Connor, so bear with me for a sec. Okay. Okay, perfect. A lot of questions getting answered. Starting to rain in Hawkesbury, so Marie Rochon's storm shield has broken down for the day, and basically here, yes, you definitely are getting some rain at this point, even moderate rain just north of Vankleek Hill between Grenville and Vankleek Hill. There's decent precipitation in there, and it'll be raining there for a bit. So what else? So we'll keep monitoring this for a while here. Connor is looks like he's in front of it. He says in Cornwall, going to go east more. So he's going to probably head to the Ontario-Quebec border and see if this does anything at this point. But he's still at the McEwen's there. We can see on the stream he's just getting gas. So we'll continue to keep an eye on whether there's anything that he can show us. And we'll probably wind this down in the next half an hour to an hour, maybe at most, unless something pops on the screen here that's of any interest. But again, definitely on the Quebec side, no thunderstorm, real potential there, even south of Ottawa, even in these 15, 16 degrees Celsius temperatures. The severe side of it is very, very low end, just to keep everybody up to speed. And we've been talking about those winds that are coming later. Those are the ones that will potentially have some power outage potential if they blow stuff down, that kind of thing. So what else? Okay, perfect. So yeah, so we've got anybody who's new to the channel, definitely hit the subscribe button and to make sure to turn on your notifications. This is what we do. Severe season obviously is just around the corner. This is very early, and that's why we jumped on, just because those watches did go out. We do have a lot of people that follow that, so we wanted to make sure that you know, if anybody had questions, we could at least walk them through this event. And again, for all intents and purposes, it is March, so the high end potential isn't there, but there was definitely some potential for thunderstorms. Again, the ingredients were there, they just didn't get baked in the oven as models, some of them projected, that kind of thing. So yeah. So that's where we're at right now. So again, I do know we've gotten some new subscribers on here, and we're trying to get to 10,000. So thank you for everybody that has subscribed. We really appreciate it. We've really grown quite a bit over the last 7-8 months, and we're going to continue to grow the platform. I haven't mentioned it yet, but I'll bring it up here. We do have a Facebook page, and so I'm just going to bring that up for anybody that wants to join that. This is where we post things. So Canadian Weather Live, we've got about 4,500 followers on there. Anytime we do go live, we do post the links to the YouTube channel. And coming very soon, we will be streaming to Facebook as well. That's something we are working on. Just some stuff in the background that has to happen and coordinate so that we can do both at the same time. So that's what we run there in terms of the Canadian Weather Live page. And then I've also got another one here, which I'm going to pull up, Canadian Weather Live Reports. So this is a community group, and I'll share that up. Give me 1 second here. So this is our Canadian Weather Live Reports page, and what's the significance of it is it's a community group where people can post all sorts of weather-related stuff, whether it's showing what you're experiencing at the time. It has to be weather-related, and it's mostly to do with pictures, videos, or discussions to do with ongoing weather. So this obviously is after the last ice event. Obviously, we're getting sun halos, that kind of stuff as well, and snowfall. So in the summer severe season, if you're seeing wind or that kind of stuff, it's a great place to report. You do have to answer 2 very basic questions, but it keeps people out of there that shouldn't be in there, like bots and trolls and that kind of stuff. So you don't answer the questions, you're definitely not getting into the group, and that just keeps it clean and simple. It's supposed to be about weather, no politics, none of the other stuff that needs to be in there, or none of that needs to be in there, I should say. So that's kind of where we do things as well. So definitely join those. We do post in there. And for example, today, when the watches went out by Environment Canada, we did put out a post about that, what was coming, what was expected, and what the wording was from Environment Canada. So it's another source for you guys to get your information and that kind of stuff. So definitely helps out in that regard. So Ottawa area, for the most part, very clear. There's a bit of rain moving through, but very small amount of rain. Constance Bay, some isolated rain, very small, very concentrated. And north of Cantley, kind of along that 5 corridor, there's a bit of rain that just moved through, and this is moving quickly, so it's not something that's going to last long. And you can see back to the west, we've got no real precipitation to kind of give you guys any kind of indication of anything coming. The back end of this low, as it moves through, is we're looking at those colder temps overnight, and then we are looking at snow potentially to the west of Ottawa, south of Ottawa, a couple centimeters of dusting, that kind of thing. So I'm just going to pull up here. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Surface fronts. No, not my location. Clicked on the wrong thing. Sorry about that. So we can see that the low to the north is just right now. This is not instant, like this updates every once in a while. The low that we've all been talking about is up here just to the east of North Bay, so kind of over Mattawa. It's pretty a deep low, 988. So that's what's generating all this weather that we've been talking about over the last couple of days. Northern Ontario getting all that snow, now freezing rain. So definitely these are the phenomena that's kind of impacting or creating our weather. So let me just shut that back off. Perfect. So that's where we're at, and we'll continue to watch this as it moves eastward, but definitely I think the window for any kind of action has definitely getting close to being closed, essentially. What else? Just going to jump back in here, make sure I'm not missing... It's just like, come on, chat, give it a like. Yes, it helps get the information out there. Obviously, today's stream is not as exciting or dramatic, would be a good word I would use. Nothing has really come up as far as that's concerned, which again, that's the better end of the equation. I don't like seeing damage, that kind of stuff, but this definitely was on the lower end of the scale for sure, just because it is March. I don't expect to be reporting on this till end of April. Early May is kind of where that window starts to open up, where we do have the severe weather, where we do have that potential coming in, just because our temperatures start to climb. So you need those warm temps and you need moisture for this to produce those severe storms. So we're literally, still showing snow on the ground in some spots. A lot less of it in Kempville than there was, but this morning this was completely white, snow covered, and now it's all melted essentially, other than where the snowbanks are and that kind of stuff. So and if you watch the clouds on the camera, you can see how quickly they are moving from left to right. So yeah, that's definitely one of those things where we have, pretty contrast type weather where you've got plus 17, plus 18, and then cold and snow the next day. So it's going to shake things up over the next 12 to 18 hours at this point. And again, tomorrow morning, I'm going to wake up. It'll be probably -7, somewhere in that neighborhood. What are we at here? So I'm going to run a quick commercial. I'll probably grab a quick break as well. And then we'll come back here. So I'll just, again, thanks to our sponsor, Canadian Hail Repair and Auto Dentists. They do a great job. So I'll play their little advert here. They're the ones that obviously have teamed up with us and sponsored this stream to bring it to you guys. And we're very appreciative of that. So, and then once we go through that, I'll maybe take a quick break. We'll talk to Connor. I'll find out what's going on there. And then we'll continue on.
Auto Dentist, your local premier choice for all of your cosmetic automotive repairs. Specializing in hail damage repair, paintless dent repair, small damage paint repairs, and bumper cracks and scrapes. We have served Ottawa and surrounding areas for over 25 years. Come by for your free estimate at 151 Bentley Avenue, Unit 17 in Ottawa, or call us at 613-223-7077.
So this time I remembered to unmute my mic, so at least you guys can hear me. So again, thank you to them for sponsoring the stream. Just going to bring up their webpage again, just share that with you guys. So it's autodentist.ca, and any kind of cosmetic repairs, they can handle a lot of it. Without having to paint your vehicle, but they can handle a lot of stuff across the board, as you can see here on their website. Doug is the owner. Tim, I believe, manages the place for him, and we've dealt with them. My brother's car dealership a couple years ago ended up getting hailed about 80 vehicles, and these guys took care of all of that for my brother Dan and Eddie at Import Car Center on Maryville. Again, I probably took video of that and posted it on my personal personal page, just the hail wrecking, unfortunately, the inventory. But these are the guys who took care of it. So they are based on Bentley Avenue, and their phone number is 613-223-7077. So give them a shout out if you guys need any kind of work regarding your vehicles for cosmetic repairs and dents. So Connor is motoring, it looks like, on the 401. He's heading eastbound. I'm just going to see what his thoughts are. So he's just to the east of Cornwall, it looks like. I recognize that. So I'm just going to bring his stream up here. Connor, are you able to talk?
I can talk.
Just curious on your thoughts as to game plan and where we're headed from here.
Well, radar looks pretty garbage. I'm just heading east right now. I'm going to gonna go to Lancaster a little bit and see what the front of it looks like. But after that, there's nothing severe whatsoever in any way, shape, or form. So after this, it'll just be the rain will move in from the south, moving northeast, and then the story becomes ice pellets and snow overnight. So there's nothing really going on right now.
Okay, so I'm just looking at radar right now while you're driving, and it looks like it's breaking up even around the Cornwall area, and then it's kind of moving northeast from there. So it has kind of lined out by the looks of things. What I'm seeing on radar. So bulk of the precipitation is to your north, essentially, kind of to the east. There's not a whole lot happening. So we'll stick with it there for a bit. I'll leave you on the stream here. I'm going to take a quick break, and then I'll come back and we'll continue on. So I'll just leave your audio on here. I'll turn it down a little bit, but if there's anything, and then I'll jump back in the chat when we get back here just to answer any questions that are happening. But we'll leave Connor up here for a bit, and I'll cycle the radar as well just so we can see what's going on. But right now, again, severe potential is definitely non-existent at this point. So I might... Oh, he's getting into bad cell service. So anyways, we'll keep that up there. I'll watch this, and then I'm going to be back in a few minutes there. And we'll see what the rest of this looks like, but and I'll answer questions as well in the chat. So I'll be back with you guys in about 10 minutes or so. Okay, a quick little break there. Thanks for those that stuck around. I know today has definitely been different than some of us were hoping for, but it's gone the way that others were hoping for with no severe. So that's how it goes with weather sometimes. Let's just take a look here. I'm just going to see. I know Connor has jumped off the highway. He's trying to get in front of it. Definitely ahead of the precipitation, but I'm not sure what we're going to see. He's going to try and take a look at what's coming down the highway, I think, here. So we'll continue to watch that once he gets into position. I'm just going to recap here. Some line has formed kind of to the west of Ottawa, but again, it's just minor showers. There's nothing of any significance. As I was telling Connor, I'm basically reporting that it's raining, which a lot of you can do when you look outside. So there's a line right here, and then another kind of wave back here over Constance Bay and onto the Quebec side to Luskville, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's the only precip for the Ottawa area, and again, not going to be anything long lasting. We'll zoom in here and I'll back it up on the radar. You can see how that kind of popped in the last frame just to the east of Carleton Place. And it is moving northeast, so all of this stuff is kind of rocketing northeast. There still could be some showers happening in the area as this moves up, but nothing of any major significance right now. Just looking at Connor here, I'm just trying to see where he's located. It looks like he is South Lancaster, or sorry, he's near Lancaster, and he's kind of by the 401, just going through town. So we'll see if he gets any kind of view of this as it's coming across. But let me jump back quickly into the comments, and then if we have any other questions, fire them away into the chat, and I'll do my best to answer. Rick from Lanark County Scanner adding to Veronica's comment to preparing your severe storm season kit. So definitely something that you should have prepared, and it's good to have. And Rick is recommending storm chips for that as well. So don't forget to add those. What else? Ghislain saying, if you ever want to put a camera dead between Ottawa and Montreal at the most northern point by the river, let me know. That I'm definitely open to talking about that. Just like, I don't know if you're still on the stream, but if you can email me, the email's at the top of the screen, canadianweatherlive@gmail.com. Would love to discuss that. Obviously, there's a few things that have to be in play for it to work. So definitely give us an email, and I'll chat with you about that after the stream type thing. The cold front seems to be passing by Canada now, coming from Tornado Pro. And yes, the weather temperature is going to be dropping. As you can see back to the west here, we've got Bancroft at 6 degrees Celsius. Kempville obviously only updates once an hour here, but that was 42 minutes ago. We were at 15 essentially, and I'm just going to check the Mesonet to see if that has updated. And it's, so let me share this just to show you guys. You can see the temperature is starting to drop. So this is the Kempville Mesonet, and you can see how it spiked up and now it's on its way down, which I guarantee you the same thing on this one that's just by the Rideau River. So that temperature change is now, we've gotten to the top of the roller coaster, and we are now heading back down the other side with the temperature. So that's what we were expecting. And again, overnight, the big winds is the main thing. Once those winds come through the area overnight, again, after midnight, essentially, is when the peak of the winds along that lakeshore are going to be, and along the St. Lawrence Seaway. And that's basically what we're expecting, 80 kilometer hour wind gusts maximum. So I'm just going to bring Connor's stream up here. So very elevated, kind of line of this storm. That's him looking back to the west, essentially. It cut out, but it's back again. So that's kind of what we're seeing there. Let me just bring Connor. Connor, can you hear me? Oops, I muted him. There we go. Sorry, I muted you. Sorry. Oh,
I can hear you.
I don't have my earpiece on, so that won't help me to hear him. Hey, buddy.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, you're in a bad spot for signal, definitely choppy. So I was just going to see what your thoughts are, but the stream is cutting in and out. So, yeah, again, nothing looking too crazy as this moves through our region, but curious, what's your game plan? Are you calling it at this point, or are you continuing?
No, I am 100% calling it.
Yeah, there's no point in burning fuel and spending it at the price that gas is right now. So yeah, I totally understand that. Okay, that's kind of what my take was too. Obviously, we've been chatting, and I just, right now we're reporting that it's raining essentially. So, most of that line has moved out. It's now near Lachute and onto the Quebec side. So, but I think that at this point, it's there's not much else that's going to happen other than the odd spotty shower. And then we're talking a temperature drop tonight, which I've reiterated a few times, and obviously those bigger winds later on along the water in Lake Ontario and then St. Lawrence Seaway. Is there anything else you think we need to know or add to it? Don't know if you heard that.
I think we're good. We're just at this point, it's going to be ice pellets and snow on the backside. So.
Okay, so I'll reiterate because you're breaking up a little there, so I'll just repeat that. We are talking as this transitions and the temperature drops. I'm just going to mute Connor here, and essentially on the leading edge of that precipitation as the temperature is transitioning could be some ice pellets and then snow on the backside. Again, what we did talk about to the west of Ottawa was where we were picturing or predicting most of the snow. South of Ottawa, a couple centimeters, and then the further east you go, the less chance of any kind of cold or wet, winter precipitation, I should say. So, today just definitely a little different than what we were expecting, but not a bad thing, to be honest with you, at this early on. So, what else have we got here? Tornado Pro, okay. Saying rain is over here, saying, okay, yeah, so... probably won't have thunderstorm chances until mid-April. Yes, generally we don't. I mean, this is very early for us to be talking thunderstorms, let alone, last couple Aprils ago, we had thunder freezing rain in April, and it was, everything was ice coated and all that. So generally early May to the end of May is where that window starts to open up for us to get into that severe season for Eastern Ontario, Western Quebec. So, So unless there's any more questions, I mean, again, thank you to Canadian Hail Repair and Auto Dentist for sponsoring the stream. I appreciate everybody that was on the stream this afternoon. Hopefully it was informative for those that needed the information. And, we appreciate everybody that's tuned in, that's subscribed and continues to support us. Thank you for the donations as well. Definitely make sure, one thing we don't push too much, we do have a merch store. This link is at the top. Canadian Weather Live, or cwlstore.ca, I should say, is our merch store. We have stickers, t-shirts, all sorts of different mugs. We have all sorts of different things on there. It helps support us and you get something out of it. So definitely worth it checking it out. And the products that are on there originate in Canada. We don't ship anywhere from the US, obviously, with everything that's going on and tariffs, and we just didn't want to get involved in any of that stuff. So everything that's on there stays within Canada is essentially the best way I can put it. So again, thank you everybody that was in here. Veronica, Melissa, Rick, always good to have you guys in here. I appreciate the chat, the interactions, and just getting us the information. So thank you for that. And we will catch you on the next one. I don't know what the next one's going to be. We're flip-flopping back and forth. My legend at the bottom today is obviously summer related. So severe thunderstorm warnings and watches versus, snow or temperature, warnings and watches. So I'm guessing the next one will still be a snow one. That's still on the table. It's very early still. So that snow potential is definitely there. So monitor our page, and we'll keep you guys up to date on that. So again, thank you to everybody, and we'll catch you guys on the next stream.